There has always been a strange relationship between the newly titled Edinburghs and the Sussexes. Prince Edward and his wife Sophie, who have been given the titles of Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh today, did appear to be fairly close with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. The late Queen Elizabeth II actually wanted her youngest son and daughter-in-law to become mentors to Harry and Meghan when the former Suits actress joined the royal family. And the couples share a lot of similarities, with Sophie giving up a successful career in public relations to join royals, much like Meghan did with acting. It was once believed that Edward and Sophie could smooth relations with Harry and Meghan, and they are some of the only royals to publicly speak about the couple. In a rare interview with the Sunday Times, Sophie compared her experiences to Meghan's. Speaking to the paper, she compared Meghan and Harry's experience to hers with Edward. She commented, "Remember, it had 5 years to adjust to royal life. And for our 6-month engagement I was even staying at Buckingham Palace. Not that you necessarily know how it will pan out." According to the Times, Sophie was the first member of the royal family to visit the Sussexes following the birth of Archie in 2019, going to the couple's Frogmore cottage in Windsor. A source told the outlet that Sophie is normal and has empathy that perhaps others in the firm don't naturally have. During Harry and Meghan's last formal engagement as working royals in March 2020, they were seen speaking to and laughing with Edward at the Commonwealth Day service at Westminster Abbey. Sophie and Meghan have a lot of the same interests, and Mirror royal editor Russell Myers told True Royalty TV's The Royal Beat that the similarities are there to be seen. In March last year, Sophie undertook a 4-day solo tour of New York City, where many of the events focused on promoting women's rights, something Meghan is also passionate about. Myers said, "The similarities between Sophie and Meghan are there to be seen. Sophie's working with girls' education, she's done a lot of stuff about violence against females in Africa." Are the Instagram generation going to be as obsessed with Sophie and Edward Wessex as they are with the Sussexes? Obviously not. However, when you're dealing with them, Sophie's really across her subject matter. He poignantly added, "It's not just for show." With the Sussexes not here, the Wessexes will undoubtedly benefit. Edward and Sophie have seen their role in the royal family increase after Harry and Meghan stepped down. At the end of last year, Edward and older sister Princess Anne became councillors of state for Charles for life, meaning they can take his place to carry out constitutional duties. The roles should traditionally belong to Prince Harry and Prince Andrew as they are closer in the line of succession, but they were removed due to not being working royals anymore. Sophie was one of the only royals to make a comment about Harry and Meghan's exit from the firm. "I just hope they will be happy," she said, then explained that the royal family do all they can to try to assist new members to adjust to the royal life, adding, "We all try to help any new members of the family." They also made light of the Sussex controversial Oprah Winfrey interview back in 2021 during an interview with The Telegraph's royal editor Camilla Tominey. When the couple were quizzed about the Oprah tell-all, Edward joked, "Oprah who?" Sophie followed up with, "Yes, what interview?" She was later asked about an anecdote that the Archbishop of Canterbury did not know who Oprah was at the Sussex wedding. The Countess replied, "You know, if you're not into chat shows, there's no reason why you should know who she is. Certainly not in this country, anyway." Edward also admitted it was a very sad situation in response to Megxit when speaking to CNN. "Listen, weirdly we've all been there before, we've all had excessive intrusion and attention in our lives. And we've all dealt with it in slightly different ways, and listen, we wish them the very best of luck. It's a really hard decision," he said. Edward added that he hoped the couple were happy before returning to the subject of the rift, suggesting disagreements happen in every family. "It's difficult for everyone, but that's families for you," he explained. In January this year, it was reported that Meghan actually turned down help from Sophie, who seemed like a natural mentor to the royal newcomer. According to a book, Meghan made it clear she didn't need Sophie's help and would instead rely on her new husband. But author and friend of the royals Giles Brandreth in his book, Elizabeth, An Intimate Portrait, he writes, "The Queen, who, of course, had seen it all before, understood that Harry's girl might find adjusting to royal life challenging to begin with, as she put it. It is very jolty, but you soon get used to it." That was Her Majesty's experience going back many years. To help Meghan, the Queen suggested that her daughter-in-law, Sophie Wessex, would be an ideal mentor. "Sophie can help show you the ropes," said the Queen. Meghan made it clear that she did not feel she needed Sophie's help. She had Harry. Just days after Harry and Meghan revealed their children would also be taking new titles, becoming Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet, came news of Edward and Sophie's role change. On Edward's 59th birthday, it has been announced that he will take the title of Duke of Edinburgh, which was previously held by his late father Prince Philip. The granting of the Dukedom of Edinburgh to Edward means that Sophie will now be known as the Duchess of Edinburgh, and there is also a change for their son 15-year-old James. He now becomes Earl of Wessex, the title that his father was granted on his wedding day. However, there is no change. Lady Louise Windsor, Edward and Sophie's daughter, whose title will remain the same. A statement from Buckingham Palace said, "His Majesty the King has been pleased to confer the Dukedom of Edinburgh upon the Prince Edward, Earl of Wessex and Forfar, on the occasion of His Royal Highness' 59th birthday. The title will be held by Prince Edward for His Royal Highness' lifetime." The dukedom was last created for Prince Philip in 1947, upon his marriage to Princess Elizabeth, who held the title of Duchess of Edinburgh before acceding to the throne in 1952. The new Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh are proud to continue Prince Philip's legacy of promoting opportunities for young people of all backgrounds to reach their full potential.